Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is trying to make something that they're working on seem less shady, or they're not wanting to answer questions about what they do for work, or this is a company that doesn't want you to know where they get their materials from or what their real goals are. This is just, it's trouble in duplicate, right? It's multiple people working to cause some trouble. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And greetings to first arrival, dude. How you doing? I hope you all are having a good day. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. We're going to start with the Pulp Tarot. Hello, Bobby. How you doing? All right, what else do we have? King of Pentacles in the reverse. No surprise there. It does seem like we have some greed at the core of this reading, and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, along with the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So this is, above everything else, the most important thing to me is making money, or the bottom line. What does it cost me? How much do I make? What is the year over year? This is all about money. So we could have, a leadership team or a business owner that is not prioritizing their employees' safety, for example. Breakfast was delicious. Thank you for asking. Have you breakfasted yet? We've got Sun in the reverse, Moon in the reverse, and the Four of Cups. Yes, it's like I want to build a brand on the promise, or like the premise, that this is organic or sustainable, or woman owned, or something along those lines, right? But it's false. It's not really their goal. It's not really their mission, or they have, disguised where they're really getting the materials from, or what their true mission is. We have hidden motives here, and as a result, there's going to be some sort of like public rejection. Someone gets exposed for bad business practices, or for lying about what they're actually selling, that kind of thing. 8 of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Ace of Wands. This impacts families. So this would be a product that kids like, or this would be, food, or how you cut your yard, whether or not you can use Roundup, that kind of thing. We don't want you to know just how bad that is. We don't want you to know that there's a danger in eating that or using that product. But there's something here that starts a problem with this Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. We have somebody that could be like a whistleblower, or, calls to attention within an internal meeting. This needs to change. Studies show that it's having this impact, or, this was dumped in a river. It's, hey, this needs to change, because it's going to cause a problem. 9 of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Cups. And instead of dealing with the actual problem, this is like, oh, well, I'll put a Band-Aid on that, even though it's a pretty bad wound, They didn't solve the root of the problem. They just wanted to dress it up and make it look pretty. Like if you're selling a house, then there's a structural issue because there's a big crack in the wall, but you just make it look nice and don't actually look into whether or not there's a possibility the building's going to crumble. This is, let's make it look good. Let's make it marketable or presentable. but we're not going to actually deal with the problem. We just want everyone to think we did. I'm sure it'll work. This is the signs of the times. What's up, Voyager? What else do we have? Tree, ancestry, number 42. Like I said, this impacts families. Flamingo, fun. So this could be something that is happening at a company like Disney World. I'm not saying it is. Entertainment purposes only. But this is something that there are definitely children that could be impacted in terms of like medical risks or dangers. We need to make sure that they're not consuming that chemical or being exposed to that, you know. This is important because it impacts a large group of people, inclusive of children. And this company is just kind of like, not a big deal, not a big deal. Sunflower, action, number 34, and number 20, mirror, reflection. So because they're trying to make it seem like everything is fine, they're putting on a brave face or dressing the situation up to look like it's been resolved or they have addressed this issue. Oh, look, we've taken action. Everything's fine now. We can go back to partying. We don't have to like worry. I don't think that's going to last very long. It feels to me like we're going to have some memo that gets leaked or some recording of a business meeting. You know, this is a bubble that's going to burst. This is the Black Tarot. Six of Swords. Queen of Spheres or Queen of Pentacles. And the Nine of Swords in the reverse. We had that right here as well. So just when they feel like they've been able to calm people down, oh, don't worry, this isn't a problem. You don't need to be, you know, concerned about that, or we're doing everything we can to resolve this. Just settle down. When they get people to a point where they're like, oh, okay, it's fine, no big deal, something else happens. Well, wait, we thought you fixed that. We thought you addressed that problem. We thought you removed that chemical. We thought this wasn't, it comes back around. So you didn't actually address what you said you were. You didn't actually make any of those changes. Okay. Hello, Jungle Love. Hello, Chenlo. What else do we have? Three of Spheres, Three of Pentacles, another reference to it being a group of people, an organization. Seven of Wands in the reverse, putting themselves in a risky situation or taking a risk because of money. They didn't want to actually resolve this issue. Five of Swords. So they ended up sabotaging themselves. It probably would have been much less damaging if they had just followed the advice or addressed this problem initially. But either they took a cheap route or they were just trying to pretend like things had gotten better. And now there could be like legal consequences. There could be a lawsuit. There could be somebody who there could be somebody who kind of tanks the stock. This is like now they've opened themselves up to more risk because they were unwilling to deal with the initial problem and they get exposed for not really dealing with that. Then there's potential loss to the brand value or there's more problems because they've lied, right? King of Cups, Nine of Wands in the reverse, Page of Spheres or Page of Pentacles. So even though you made us feel like everything was fine, you made us believe that you'd removed the chemicals, or you made your product stronger, or it's no longer a danger to kids, or whatever this is, now they're finding that they have to spend even more money on public relations or like managing this scandal, because it's a second occurrence where things are still happening that you promised you were dealing with. So it's more painful. It's more of an issue. They may even be asked, you know, why should we believe you this time that you're addressing this problem? Knight of Swords, Six of Spheres, or Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Ten of Swords. So there's not much room for forgiveness from, you know, their clients or their employees or the general public. This is, you know, I don't think I trust you now. Now we might need to have somebody that actually observes or supervises to make sure that you're doing this right, to make sure that you're following the law, to make sure that you're actually changing what you said you would, because this is causing a problem. With the Ten of Swords clarifying the Five of Swords, it's like their refusal to do right by this the first time only makes it that much more likely that they're going to run this business into the ground. This is the Santa Muerte. Hello, April. How are you doing? King of Wands. Ten of Cups. Again. And the Nine of Wands. Okay. This, my friends, is the person who calls them out. Now, this could be someone internal, or this could be somebody like with the law. But this is saying, hey, guess what? You're going to have to actually do right by our recommendations this time. Hey, guess what? We've noticed you repeated this problem. Go directly to jail. I don't know. This is like, no, we're going to make sure that things actually change this time. There could be a law that is altered. There could be some governance or governing body that has to like come over and make sure that they pass a test. It's not going to be easy for them. Hello there. Is it lighting the dark? How are you doing? What else do we have? Hierophant in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Two of Wands in the reverse. You used to be a leader in the industry, or you used to be, you know, known for following the regulations or setting the standard in terms of quality. But now it feels like you've stumbled or fallen away from that. Now it feels like you're using, you know, products or supplies or approaches that you shouldn't to this business. Like the quality isn't there, or the brand is not what it used to be. This is kind of like selling it out, or like going lean, you know, where can we save money so that we actually make way more money off of something that is probably going to end up having not so great reputation after that. Oh, you're so welcome. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Hello, Pharaoh. How's your day? Five of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely the person who's like, hey, this is an issue. This is going to be a real big issue unless you deal with it now. So again, this could be internal, or this could be somebody from law enforcement or, lawyer, something like that. This is, you need to figure this out because this is going to cause a big problem. So now they feel stuck. Now it's like, okay, so we said that we were doing everything we were supposed to, and then it was exposed that we did not actually do everything we were supposed to. So now people don't trust us, and they feel like we're making, not so great changes to our product. So we're going to have to be even more convincing. We're going to have to really make sure we do the things we're supposed to, or win back the favor of our clients or the general public, because at this point, we look like we don't care, Hello, Archetype. How are you doing? Hello, Illuminati. Hello, Peggy. How we doing? All right, what else do we have? Nine of Cups and the Devil. Six of Pentacles and the reverse. And we have that right here as well. So now they're realizing all this stock they'd put in their market value or how much people wanted their product. Now they're finding out people are willing to stop buying their product. People are willing to switch to the competitor because of this perceived shady behavior, right? You said you were doing one thing and you did another. You told us what we wanted to hear, but you didn't do what we were, asking you to do. So they have to earn these points back, but they find it really difficult to make it appealing again to support this company or buy their products. Sorry. You gotta, be about it if you're going to talk about it. The Hermit. So this company is learning a lesson, a difficult lesson. And this is a general reading, so we could have some people that are, going to realize that they have to change how they run their business. And others may feel they have lost the support, because the Hermit can also be about being on your own. They may lose partners. They may lose employees. They may lose sponsorships. This is impactful on a larger scale because there's been repetition. Another instance of them breaking this law or causing this problem. All right, this is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Hello, P. Douglas. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you, Peggy. Number 36, the Owl. Wisdom, advancement, independent thinking, enlightenment. So people are too smart for this marketing campaign or too smart to be tricked. You said you were going to fix this, so do it. You said you were going to treat your employees better, so do it. You said you were going to use sustainable sourcing, so do it. There's that wayfarer. This is the same as the Hermit energy. So this is an opportunity for this group, this company, this brand to do right by what they said they were, to actually fulfill what they offered or said they were going to do. And, some are going to do it and some are not. But there is an understanding that it's kind of like put up or shut up. Burrow, number 25, and time 20. Underneath Burrow, it says exhaustion, lack of energy, questioning motivations, and realignment. Unless you make it clear that you've made some changes, unless you know how to change things up, we're going to question your motivations because you've lied to us already. You've already tried to pull one over on us and make us think that you were some great company or that you had, you know, charitable intentions. But the truth is, you were just telling us about plans, or you were just trying to look like you were doing the right thing. You need to actually demonstrate that you are what you say you are. Because just, you know, a nice little marketing campaign is not going to do it anymore. All right. This is What's the News. What else? Extra, dramatic, trying too hard, starter. So basically, we got somebody who is whining about this, like, I can't believe we actually have to do right by our own words. That's so ridiculous. So this could be some whining from leadership, or, you know, the company owner, or whoever's really impacted. But this is somebody who doesn't take it seriously. They think it's kind of funny that someone's standing up to them, or they think it's kind of funny that things have kind of hit a little bit of a road bump, speed bump. They're overly confident, and it's making me think about the phrase resting on your laurels, and the companies that have done that and learned a very not fun lesson of, you either improve your product, or you either, you know, have to show that you're about it, or you lose market share. My favorite example of that is BlackBerry, because they were convinced they would always be seen as like the cool phone to have, and they didn't work on their technology. I'm sorry if you still love BlackBerry. It was all the rage like 10 years ago. And they stopped, like, they released this touchscreen phone. It's called the BlackBerry Storm, and it was not quality. I'm sorry if you ever worked for Research in Motion, but it was just not. You have to continue to deliver, and this is like a company that's just trying to squeeze out all the profit that they can, or the revenue, and they're not doing right by their customer base or the people who invest. We've got time, delay, procrastination, too busy, and key player, important person, playing an essential role, and irreplaceable. This makes me feel like we have somebody, this King of Wands, who's probably fed up working for this company, or might be, you know, middle manager, or actually part of the leadership team, saying, if y'all don't fix this, we're going to legitimately lose the business. You need to, like, smell the coffee. It's right there on the back of the card. It's time to actually put in place a plan, do something to make it right, or this company is going to get replaced by a competitor. So it says new boo, but this feels to me like the replacement for the BlackBerry. If you don't fix your product, if you don't offer what you said you would, I will go to a competitor, you know? Lipstick evidence, infidelity, caught cheating, betrayal. I don't think this is a romantic situation, but I do think they were caught cheating. They were not supposed to acquire whatever they acquired, or spend, or fire people. Their business practices were not solid. We got sipping, nosy, spreading rumors, and gossiping. So whatever they've been up to, tax evasion or sourcing from the wrong parts of the world, whatever it is, they're getting in a little bit of hot water over it, right? See what I did there, you guys? That's hot water because it's tea. Aren't I funny? Hello, Carlos. How are you doing? I like all the emojis, Rob. Hello, Shanna. How are you doing? Hello, Rainbow Warrior. For me, usually mine don't go through. I would be impressed if mine are actually going through. We've got the detective card. This is our King of Wands. This is somebody saying, I've got all the information. I know what's been going on. Y'all are going to have to change. You're going to have to do right by the customers or by the mission that you stated. This is not acceptable. Or you have to follow the laws. This is the Kipper. I agree, Jungle Love. What else do we have? Number 18, child. 35, pathway in the reverse. 15, lovers. 37, poverty. This could be impacting children in terms of their growth or their nutrition, their mental health, perhaps. So I guess we could say that this is about how a product is impacting families or children. And there's a concern, perhaps even like a growing concern, because there's a group or a charity that wants to care for or make sure these children are protected, or make sure this, maybe even make sure the brand is protected. We want to make sure that this goes right, you know? There's got to be a way to make it work. Bad health and message of concern. Yeah, this feels like this is pertaining to food or medication or mental health, and it impacts families. It needs to be addressed because it has a widespread effect. And they've been lying about what's going on or trying to minimize their influence or their impact on that, right? Like, oh, nothing to see here. Keep it moving. All right, this is the character oracle. This could help us understand a little bit more in terms of this person's character or the line of work, that kind of thing. Hello again, Damie P. How you doing? Thank you. Okay. So I do think this has to do with safety, mental health, or nutrition for children. So we've got the doctor card coming out. Healer of ailments, treatment, surgery, diagnosis, and compassion. Employee, this is our King of Wands. Worker, service, consultation. Even if they're not an employee of this organization that's made this decision that is illegal or is harmful, this could be somebody who works for like the government, for example, or this could be somebody who got a consultation. This is just, there's too much evidence. It's unavoidable that this company is going to have some sort of fallout or scandal. Hello, Layla. How are you doing? We've got dancer and reader. Weaver of grace, movement, harmony, rhythm, and passion. So this could impact growth or ability to move or be active. And with the reader, seeker of knowledge, knowledge pursuer, explorer of information. This would be our King of Wands. This could also represent some inquisitive energy from people who have been impacted by this or trying to figure out why there are maybe mobility issues or health concerns. This is the situations deck. What else do we have? Sold in the reverse. Nightlife, gamble, take a risk, Vegas. Oops. Well, that's what it's showing you is the family card. And then we have the insatiable card. So this feels like we've made decisions based on greed. We wanted more money, so we took a risk. We did something we probably shouldn't have. Whoops. Guess it was illegal. Because they really couldn't like control their need for speed, need for greed. Hello, Elise. How are you? TikTok could be about that company, but this is, you don't have much time. You're going to have to figure it out because there is a lot of attention on this scandal or this problem. This is something that people want to have a resolution to. They're going to keep asking questions about it. They're not buying into any kind of illusions or, willing to get distracted. Yeah. I'm on the hunt because I know you did something wrong, or because I know this is illegal, or because I'm suing you. This is serious business. There is an issue in terms of finding evidence or somebody not being able to remember the appropriate details, maybe like a password, for example. So having the information to prove or, have like a tight case, it's a little bit difficult. There is somebody who feels like they have to risk a lot in order to provide information or gain access to information. We've got desire in the reverse. The demand for this product or the support for this brand is like all-time low. Got come together, a reconciliation in the reverse. And there's a big gap between where each side is at in terms of coming to a resolution or figuring out a way to make things fair. In part because I think our organization here or the company doesn't seem to want to be honest about what's really happened. They're kind of breadcrumbing it or giving a little bit of the story away at a time, trying to minimize the fallout. Let's see. This is the Voyage of the Soul. Seed, potential, fertility, idea, budding, future, and capable. So this could also impact fertility. This could impact growth in children or their ability in terms of like how their brain grows or develops. but there aren't studies that show exactly what's going on. It's just that there's some evidence that is starting to suggest a theme or a pattern. So it's like we need to figure out more, like, what is this actually doing? What is this actually impacting? And time is required. You got to be able to see over time what happens with the seasons card. And then we've got dreams. There could be people that are having strange dreams, but there could also be somebody here who feels like the patterns are the evidence. This person ate this and this happened, and this person had the same thing. It's putting together a bunch of details in order to arrive at a conclusion, and it's become very important to somebody who is probably protective of somebody that they love to have the purpose card. They feel like they need to really make sure that this is addressed properly. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How are you doing? What else do we have? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Six of Cups. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. This is, for some, impacting whether or not families are able to connect or be together. Whether or not there are protections or maybe health care for children. But there needs to be some sort of definitive action, because this is a situation that seems to be getting worse, or there's more people being impacted by it. That's why there's somebody reaching out to authorities or trying to involve the legal branch, legislative. Hello, Janie. How are you doing? Hello, Sky High. What else? We have the Fool, Queen of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is all going to come down to this company decided to repeat a mistake after they were told that it was a problem or that it was causing issues for people. So that lack of regard for others is what's going to make things really uncomfortable for them. They may end up going bankrupt. They may have to pay a really steep payout. But this is because they repeated something. They did something they knew was not supposed to happen. Yeah, King of Swords in the reverse. They lied about it. Oh, yeah, we fixed that problem. No big deal. We're good. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Temperance. So there's determination from this King of Wands energy that ends up really getting the ball rolling, or making it more of a level playing field to make this company or this organization finally adjust what they need to, or prioritize what they should have been prioritizing all along, which is the health of their customers or the community. This is change finally, but it had to get to, the government or to law enforcement or a judge before somebody was willing to actually make this change. High Priestess, Death in the reverse, and the Tower in the reverse. So they tried to keep a secret, make it seem like whatever they were doing wasn't really causing any problems or wasn't against the law. They refused to change, and as a result, now things are getting worse. They tried to avoid a significant cost, and now it's going to be even more expensive or even more difficult. Nine of Wands and Judgment. So if you want to survive, you're going to have to do right by your customers, or you're going to have to make this change. You're going to have to use different products or source from a different place. You're going to have to do what we told you to do originally, or you're just not going to be in business anymore. So hopefully they learn their lesson, and hopefully we have some people that are able to count on cleaner water or better food, whatever this is. Thank you for likes and subscribes. I love you all. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.